Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. We're going to talk about 5 undervalued gems in March which could do very, very well. So hi everyone, welcome to the channel. If you are new, subscribe, hit the bell button, leave a like and obviously a comment, that helps. BTC, back to pumping ways. So we're going to talk 1st of March, obviously, hello. I've picked out 5 coins that I feel are undervalued, certainly in a broad spectrum of fundamentals and most importantly some BTC pairs that are quite undervalued. I'm going to look at some of them on the chart, some of them I won't be, but we're going to start off with number 1. So these are coins that I like the look of. I don't hold any of them, apart from one, but it's a very, very small amount because I use the item that it comes with. You'll probably understand why I have the token for that matter. But let's talk about number 1 first, right? Rose. Oasis Network, okay? I like the look of it. I'm not going to be perfectly, telling you that it's going to be the best thing since sliced bread, but I think undervalued is what it is with the DeFi space right now. I think it is undervalued, especially when you consider where it is and where it is with its development. It's relatively new. 158 in the percentage of market cap, 150 million market cap as well on that ranking scale. So when you think about what it is, next generation of blockchain, the Oasis Network is the first privacy-enabled blockchain platform for open finance. That's kind of important when you think about open finance, DeFi. Privacy, okay? Love it or hate it, it's one of those things, we've got to remember the Ethereum blockchain is incredibly active for public ledgers, okay? It's just one of those things. But this is something that will be a bit different, obviously. So you can see here, privacy-enabled blockchain, cool. First world scalable, all kinds of good stuff regarding that is, for me, quite an important little thing. So if we look at it, it's got quite a neat and tidy website, but as you can probably see, there's a lot of things on here that kind of are a bit different to normal. So that's why I like the look of it. A lot of people are touting it for a good, successful future as well, because it is, solving a problem. It is solving a use case that the DeFi space is going to get bigger. And a bit of privacy for funds will probably be quite a good way to go. So definitely worth checking it out. It's got some big invest in there, Pantera Capital in there as well. But as I say with anything, do your research, make sure you understand it. But the fact that it's a layer 1, it's important because that'll have a layer of sharding in there. It'll be pretty quick, obviously privacy. So for me, we're looking at something that is only 150 million market cap and we know what's at the top of the tree in terms of blockchains. This, in my opinion, is what I feel is undervalued. So moving on to the next one, Yield App. Simple, straight in there. 22 million market cap, basically like Celsius, basically like Nexos and stuff like that. So very, very easy. It's not been out that long. And again, it's been covered a bit, but I've not really covered it yet. So here you are, here's Yield App. So we're looking here at previous coins that have been on a nice little journey, that have done well, the likes of Nexus, the likes of Celsius, even you can argue Crypto.com as well with their staking models. This is new, brand new, fresh off the press essentially, right? Coming soon on apps very, very soon. DeFi all rolled into one, the old situation, put your money in, get your yield apps working for you, the yield token, utility, so it's like compound protocol and stuff like that. So we think about this, well, for me, it's new. Number 2, it's not on many exchanges. Number 3, it is, in my opinion, undervalued because it isn't on that many exchanges for that one reason alone, but it's not fully out yet. It's not fully developed. We look at way to buy this. Well, Uniswap, BitMax, 1inch, and BitHub. Undervalued and certainly one to keep an eye on. And again, I am not a holder of this token. I'm waiting to see what happens with it, see how it goes, but keep it on your list because it might well do okay if you're looking at other models that do very, very well. Again, not financial advice, but if you're into those tokens, look at the competition. It usually bodes well. Moving on to the next one. Track. Origin Trail. Covered it before recently. I like the look of it. It's going onto the Polkadot ecosystem, which is kind of important for the scalability of this. But if you don't know what it is, it's supply chain, essentially. Got some monstery partners. You can probably already see it. I was already partnered with some big names in the industry like Microsoft, Walmart, Oracle. I think it's got IBM, Don't quote me on that, let me make sure. But again, I just feel that with this, it seems majorly undervalued. And with it going on a substrate and stuff like that, it could be very, very interesting. What have we got? Yeah, we've got Oracle, Trace Labs. I'm pretty sure IBM's on here somewhere. I'll maybe making that up, I don't know. Anyways, with this, there's a lot of things happening. As you can probably see, the partnership is pretty good. Partnerships in any sort of situation is always going to be a good thing. Now, when we start talking about, where is it? It's 150 million market cap. Yeah, cool. You know, realistically, where can it go? Well, look at the likes of VeChain. You know, VeChain is a much more valuable asset into the billions. This is going to be basically the next sort of thing essentially within that. So obviously the data is pretty old, obviously saying it's Ethereum based, but it's going to go into the Polkadot substrate. So first blockchain solution to introduce on a global scale, partner with numerous people. So essentially what they're aiming to do is to be basically an overall hub for logistics and supply chain management, which is kind of an important thing. And with that, you need scalability. With that, you need the ability to track multiple levels of data. And I think the Polkadot ecosystem will probably be best for that, so it does run it more effectively. But it's been around for a while, and it's doing pretty okay and starting to get some growth. So keep an eye on it. In terms of where to buy this, it's not on many exchanges. So again, could be something for interest. The next one, and we're going to go over to the charts on this one as well, is Crypto.com. Okay, why? Why are you asking this one? They're doing a monster burn. They're doing a 70 billion burn of their supply, right? So that's going to create price action. But I've always said this as well, right? Most people know I used to love the card. I had it, but they had a bit of a PR disaster, right? An absolute clanger. They cocked a lot of things up. They're starting to get that reputation back now. It's still a high market cap coin, but when you look at the BTC pair, which I will put on the screen in a minute, it's majorly undervalued, like ridiculously undervalued. So if you don't know what Crypto.com is, it's a place of essentially, it's like a full hub of buying, selling, spending, right? So there's a bit of everything. So you can stake on there, you can buy your crypto on there, you can sell and transfer to other things. You can use it all on the go. You can use it on cards. You can have staking on there, as I kind of alluded to. It's its own blockchain. They're also developing all kinds of other stuff within their blockchain as well. So they're doing a lot more things essentially. So it's quite a good chain essentially in that way. But as I say, I feel they had a bit of a PR disaster with certain things that happened last year. And yeah, they've kind of started to recover from that. But when we talk about undervalued elements here, right, let me just go to the Crypto.com BTC chart, because you're going to probably notice something. Yeah, it looks great on that chart. It's like, oh my God, it's popped. But Jesus, hold the phone, boys and girls. It's melted, right? When we talk about melting and we talk about, wow, this is undervalued, right? This is like what has happened. So talk of the town throughout since April last year to like, let's just say, what was it, September time, pretty much, give or take. Yes, August, September. This was the one. This was the daddy, right? It was like rank 6 market cap. It was ridiculous, right? But obviously Bitcoin was a lot lower in price then. This has got a long way to, in my opinion, got a long way to go in terms of fetching that back. And when we look at this, it's had a nice little impulse. If we zoom in enough on here, we can see it had a monstery impulse, and now it's pulled back, as you can see, on the 618 levels as it stands. And I think that this is a potential good long-term investment if you're into payment cards, NFTs, DeFi, all the stuff that they're aiming to do on their chain, right? When you start considering the fact of where has it been? Whoa, you know, I think this is crazy when you think about it. And yeah, people got absolutely brutally hurt because of the 6-month lockup when that happened. This is why a bit of a PR disaster with that. So with Crypto.com, invest in it in a coin, but don't, in my opinion, not financial advice, don't lock it up for staking, because I personally don't like lockups on staking. I just don't. I never have. I think 2 weeks maximum is enough for like the unbonding period. But if anything's asking for 3 months or 6 months, and you have a value appreciation spurt or a death bomb like this, an absolute death cycle, you're going to have problems. So when we start talking about, can this retrace the entire move? Well, when we look at this, the first level is, we've tapped the first level. This has got, in my honest opinion, percentages in there. we cannot discount the fact that this couldn't do 100 or 200% move in the BTC pair, given its circumstances of a 70 billion market supply drop. So that's an interesting one. The last coin we need to talk about though, finally, is Pluton token. Why? The same as crypto.com, right? Liquidity of their token. They've now got investment from Alphabet, which is a very, very well-known company that's been investing in a lot of things. They are relatively under the radar, in my opinion. When we look at the likes of crypto.com and what they've done with success of people spending, well, why can't this follow? 4.4 million market cap. It has a full product live. I have the card sitting there. I use it. I get the rewards, which is why I hold a little sum. Now, when we talk about payment cards and mechanisms, this is also a way of getting into the market. When we have and talk about all these issues with getting your KYC sorted, getting all kinds of stuff, there's no one using this. This is very, very easy to get into. Now, when you think about it, looking on the screen, especially if you're in the UK or in Europe, you can put your fiat into this as an account, and then you can swap it on the back office into Ethereum or the Pluton token, which is pretty good. So if you wanted to get in the market using your MetaMask as well, because it does sync up to MetaMask, your private wallet, you can actually get into the market this way without worrying about centralized exchanges taking 300 years because of their KYC requirements, because they've got millions of people to deal with right now. So when we look at the token metrics of this as well, there's not many out as it stands. A lot of it's gone locked up for rewards. It is, in my opinion, majorly undervalued. And the one thing that's going to give it value is a staking model to get the rewards back. There's also a problem with cards. There's not many left, as in there's a delay. People are getting the cards. There's a lot going out at the moment, which is always a good sign of demand. What happens with demand and there's no supply? So when we talk about the fact that the element of the obvious elephant in the room here, they're going to be live soon with the staking model to stake so many coins to get 3% rewards back, which is the same model that has shown the growth of crypto.com. It's going to get very, very interesting. So when we talk about the likes of Pluton token here, undervalued, this is another one undervalued in the BTC pair. Look at that. Last alt season, now. So when we start thinking the fact that they have got investment, they are now on more exchanges than what they were before. They are also going to be offering the staking model for you to get 3% rewards, which is a very, very small sum. That is important. So we may well see some price action, and a bullish market is always going to yield some great results. Look at Binance Coin. Look at the likes of the, all the other ones out there that have done really well recently in terms of, being able to transfer your money over. So there we go. They're my 5 picks. Obviously, Oasis Network, interesting. Yield app, goes off what the other ones do, probably growing value. Origin Trail, what's wrong with, comparing that to the likes of VeChain in the future? And then you've obviously got crypto.com and Pluton token. In my opinion, a bull market, these type of coins will do well. They always do. VeChain always does well. Why can't Origin Trail do very, very well? The likes of the DeFi networks on an upward trajectory. It solves one problem, privacy. So, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell button as well so you don't miss anything. And please also check out the links below for my social media. And yeah, I'll see you again very, very soon.